I lacked faith, I guess, in seeking professional support or seeking any support, because here are our circle of friends and whānau who are actually negative towards what's just happened. So I lost confidence in seeking support because your true support mechanisms are not working for you.
I lost a pregnancy while I was reading the news. So, and I remember that the cameras were all playing up that night, and I was like, I can't frickin' believe this camera's gone down, now that one's gone down, I'm losing my baby, I've got one camera left, I've got to get to the end of this bulletin and then deal with this.
When we realised that baby was no longer alive, we went to Rotorua, and the midwife who had helped me with all of our kids, she was amazing because baby just wouldn't come away. And so she helped me, physically to bring the baby on, and then made sure that we had a little coffin.
For a lot of couples, if they do experience a miscarriage, they kind of somehow fall through the cracks in terms of knowing who to go to for help and advice and support. In most parts of New Zealand, your pregnancy is looked after by a midwife, not by your GP. But a lot of people can't get into a midwife until they are 12 weeks or sometimes even slightly beyond that because there is such a demand on midwives. So you may feel like, I don't really know where to go.
It was so early that we were not told that we should find a midwife, because I assumed that I talked to GP, we did all the tests and all the blood tests. She referred me for the ultrasounds. That was a known procedure, but I thought that we have to wait until 12 weeks to find a midwife, which was not the case. If we had a midwife, I could have called her immediately, and she would have sent us to the right place and, look after everything.
It's really important for them to seek help, and so therefore go and see a doctor if it's out of hours. There's lots of emergency, accident and emergency services around that they need to go and see somebody, get checked out and make sure that they're okay. And those emergency services are also set up to provide a good service for these women.
すごく不安で、何か希望があったりとか頼りになれたらいいなと思って病院に行った。だけど先生はドクターは、何もすることがないって言われて、すごく悲しかったのと絶望感がありました。
They just say sorry.
手術するかしないかの話しかない。
And they'll just introduce to the bigger hospital that we can do the surgery to take it out.
I had a really junior doctor manage the situation, and she was very clinical, and yeah, there wasn't a lot sort of offered, and I was there by myself. And going down that route of management, that then there's a few days afterwards really where you're dealing with that. Like literally in the moment, you're dealing with, okay, now I'm really miscarrying now. And I did feel quite alone in that experience.
It was the 23-week loss that was recognised as a little person. So he was recognised as our son. People used his name. He was given a birth certificate because he was born alive and a death certificate because he lived for 45 minutes after birth. With Dougie, who we lost just after that 12 weeks, it was termed an incomplete abortion. It was referred to as something almost less than human. It was just a medical term. It was not recognised as that was our child or that much wanted baby that we had tried for.
As far as places to go for families for support, there seems to be very, very little dedicated to under 12 weeks. There are a couple of counsellors out there that will specifically deal in the early losses, but definitely if they're looking for support, I'd be saying find a counsellor that is specialising in bereavement support,
I'm still trying to find somebody ongoing to keep working through stuff that's affordable.
A lot of Google research after helped me, along with my prayers, that got me through. And then I'd be like, hey, read this. See, it wasn't my fault. And I guess that was just trying to make myself feel better.
Going to the miscarriage support website is always a good place to start. SANS, that's stillborn and neonatal death support, they offer support groups.
Each area has a women-based support group where patients can be referred to. And we also have the Maori Health Liaison person, where there are systems in place to help them during their grief. And we also have someone from the Asian Health as well, so that no one ever feels left out and they have people to go to.